Here we are. Let's do. There we go. More zoomed in. Or in there. But we're here. Another Friday, another live stream. I am Justin Bezilla. Welcome. Yeah, another busy week. Been working as usual. Just getting through. It's a busy Friday. Got work tomorrow. You know how the new schedule is. So, earlier live stream here at, it's actually later than I planned. It was supposed to be at 5:30, but it's, but I just started at 5:38. So, apologies for being late, but we're here. We're doing our thing. And we got an exciting little stream here. I do want to adjust my camera just a bit. I don't want to get that Bowser there, but we kind of want to get the rest of it. So, whatever. We just doing our thing. Hopefully this doesn't look all screwed up. It just looks weird in my orientation. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like it's more in there. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm excited, though, for this live stream. It's been something kind of building to, like, and ones that we have seen. I mean, literally building to, because, it's the thing. It's the big thing right now. But, so, a totally unique line as well. Yeah, that I never really heard of up until when I was, like, researching, and I was like, what? This exists? That's cool. Obi's cousin. Welcome. Welcome to the live stream, bro. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining. Yeah, but before we get into our figures of the night, of course, we do our weekly segment, our weekly pickups, and I do got a couple of good things. Like, I've been kind of spelunking, so first, checking out because of the whole the holothon thing. Even though Target's on the list right now, it's not really in the cool zone. Obi's cousin says I'm live. That's cool, Obi. Hope you're enjoying my live while you're being live. So, thank you. But yeah, here is from like the holothon, the newest release NECA animated Shredder. Yeah, start shredding the news on there with Shredder and all that, and then of course the fantastic figure, which we will be looking at in a future stream for sure. Because look at that guy. Look at this cool red. Look like that. Also, awesome image. So, can't wait. A nice upgrade, a needed upgrade. One that was nice to see in the convention pictures. I don't really go to those big conventions myself. It's too expensive, and I don't have time. But, anyways, still, really cool to have a new upgrade. Like, can't wait to see like what really this looks side to side, with the original, that I have and that you all have seen before on the channel. So it'll be something interesting. And this one also, it rattles. I think it just has, because now that I'm thinking about it, I think it has like a little like a one like those pellet packs, because it has like an actual cloth cape in there, so it's actual fabric, so it wants to keep out the moisture of anything. So pretty cool. But yeah, so next, let's see if my thing is working. I think it is. Hopefully y'all are seeing me. But then our next thing on the stream is the new SH Figure Arts Son Goku. This one was at Walmart. I was just checking out, getting groceries there. I was like, oh, it's here. It's Goku. A new Goku, of course. I have I think this will be what? The 5th one, technically? Well, not technically. It is the 5th Goku. Okay. Because I have, It's like I have like the Saiyan raised on Earth Goku from Figure Arts, the newer Super Saiyan Goku, where he's kind of like Cell Saga, I would say, and then you have the Kid Goku figure, the first one that came with the flying Nimbus. That one is pretty good. I do need to get the other version. It's like they're store exclusive, and it's like I just get that. But we'll see. I've been struggling. And then our most recent one was the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That's like the thing. I don't know if I can get you to see it because it's the table right there, but I don't know if I want you to see that far. Can you see them? Because there's like Piccolo's right there. I don't know if I can even get them. No, that's all the other figures. So we're not going to worry about that. In any case, is this thing looking well? There we go. I kind of want to be to the side because I want to have you see this. I'm always going to be struggling with this. This is not straight. Okay. Whatever. Okay. It's like, and I keep going over here, so I should really be going over here, I guess. But I was like, I keep wanting this, but I want to like sit here because this is how it's. I don't know. In any case, great little upgrade. Goku. It's like I love the new head sculpts. I think these are the same as the like kind of like the special kind of release where I think it was basically like this Goku with the with a bigger flying Nimbus, and then also kid Gohan, kind of baby Gohan technically. But you know, so nice new improved kind of head sculpts, definitely kind of like the older, kind of like closer like to start of Dragon Ball Z, kind of like end of Dragon Ball, even like fully costumed up. He looks pretty good. It's like I love like that new neutral face. So we'll see how it compares. So definitely a future stream as well. Another Goku, as always. I can't get anything else that's I guess not Goku. Because it's Goku, I guess. He's the main dude. Even though I'm not really that much of a big Goku guy. If anything, I think I'm a bigger Trunks guy. I think Trunks is my favorite. He just like, he like just blew me out of the water. It's like the moment, he showed up. It's like the sword, the jacket, the cool hair, and then also like turning Super Saiyan and killing Frieza. I think I talked about this last time, but still, it sticks on my mind. It was an iconic moment. It's so cool. I love it. It's awesome. But yeah, I think that's it. It's like, but that is it for weekly pickups. I mean, but that's it for this section, I think. But now we can move on. I believe so. Unless I want to keep chatting, but we got time. We're only 8 minutes in. Hope y'all have enjoyed it so far. All my chaos, because I've also kind of grown out the beard. Kind of wanted to get as close to kind of to Steve, if you will. And I also did just watch the Minecraft movie yesterday. I literally was in the theater yesterday, seeing this movie for a second time. It was really fun. It's like it was very weird because the first time I saw it was like the week after like it came out, or like the first like Tuesday. It's like I think it came out like on Friday, and then then like a bunch of like my friends and I planned to go on Tuesday, and that's what we did. It was amazing because we had like a full crowd. Like no one was going like insane or like throwing food or really just being obnoxious. But it's like, but the crowd was pretty good. Everyone kind of like reacted and kind of laughed at the same time. And I think a lot of people still knew like the whole like the memes and everything. It's like you heard a few I am Steve and Flint and Steel and all those things. It's like, but yeah, but like the lava chicken thing was like, it was kind of as a yeah, I didn't look at anything before that. It's like, but then you also have the chicken jockey thing too was very fun. It's like, but the lava chicken was like a big surprise, like I think for our audience. But my friends and I were just dying laughing. It was so fun. It was a perfect movie for that time, and to go see with friends and have a full like an audience of people there too. So it was great. It was a lot of fun. It was really cool. It's like I always think about like the scene with Jack Black and Jason Momoa in the air. It's like, man, like they put this in a kids movie. This is comedy gold. It's just so ridiculous. It's so stupid. I love it. But yeah, but then the second time around was like much different. It was only a friend and I, and and a couple, like an elderly couple there, and that was like it in the theater. Like it was no one else was in that theater. But, we went at a weird time on a Thursday, so it's like there's not that many people going to the theater at this point. Well, except for like Friday. It's like, but Friday is like today, like when when a lot of people are going, especially with the new Star Wars thing going on. Like that's really cool. Like the Revenge of the Sith. Like what? Like, that's coming to theaters. I don't know how long it's gonna be. I don't know if it's just today or if they're actually having like a run with it. It would be nice if they had a run because I would like to go see that movie probably sooner than later. Yeah, because like I grew up on that movie. It's like on DVD, so it's just like that is like an iconic movie that I need to see in a theater with an audience and seeing that with my buddy. So that would be really cool. So we'll see. But in any case, we're not talking about Star Wars. We're talking about Minecraft. And as you can see, I got the blue shirt, the longer hair, the beard. I thought I was getting kind of close to Steve. I even wore this same shirt during this as I saw the movie too. So, I'm trying to make it all work out. But I think we're going to not delay anymore. We're about 12 minutes in. So, I think we're going to go ahead, and get going with the review. We're going to switch on over, do our thing. We're going to get the camera fixed as well. So, excuse the crazy camera moves. It did it again. There we go. This is what we're looking for. Okay. Yeah, this camera's weird. But here's our figures. A lot of window action going on. So excuse the reflections. Also, it's raining outside, so it's getting kind of loud out there. So excuse if it's loud. But here's our two figures. I guess we can go. Do we want to go more? I guess I'll just be finicking with this the whole time. Yeah, the whole time. But here they are. I guess that's the best we can really do right now. But here they are. Where you got Steve from the Diamond Level collection. This one is their latest version, I believe, where it has the enchantment table, the piece of lapis, and the enchanted diamond sword that is die cast. That is an actual metal. So that's really cool. It's like, and these are kind of like a 6-inch, I would say, kind of scale, maybe even 7-inch, but I think they work kind of well with my collection. So we're gonna see. We're gonna compare. We might even pull out a few of heroes or so, but we'll see. We're mainly gonna be sticking with video game characters. And then here's also the Enderman from the same Diamond Level collection with the head, the little like the particles, and then like the grass with the flocked grass block. So pretty cool. But yeah, I guess I think we first okay. feel like it would be wrong to not do Steve first because it's Steve. It's Steve, but then we got Enderman. Who's the main event? You're the main event because you're Steve, right? You're Enderman. So I think we're gonna do. I think we're gonna do Steve first. But the cool packaging. We're gonna get with it with Steve because he's Steve. So move aside, Enderman. I am Steve. I am Steve. Okay. Sorry. We have to right now. It's the perfect time. Do that. Let's make sure everything is working. It is. Here we go. But yeah. Here is our Minecraft Diamond Level Steve. So this is from our friends at Mattel, who do make pretty good figures. I don't have a whole lot of Mattel, to be honest. I think I might have like a couple of like their older DC stuff, but I have a bit of their He-Man kind of lines, like more of like the more the more modern, and then of course we've been doing the Origins line actually here on the streams. So of course I've been collecting that line too, so pretty good. Also have a couple of their WWE figures, specifically Mr. T, I think from WrestleMania 1 or 2. I forget what it was. I can't remember. And then also the NWO Macho Man from WCW. Yeah, and both of those figures are really, really cool. So Mattel does a great job, honestly, especially now. I feel like that they've been like improving on what they're doing, and they're actually, pretty well done figures, and they actually really, they really do kind of like care about it. But I'm just talk, but I got all this Hasbro stuff, so and then also imports and stuff. But it's like it's the collection, and then I plenty of Mezco. But okay, we're gonna talk about Mezco. That's crazy talk. But sorry, I'm just getting excited because I'm really excited to get this figure open. But yeah, it's like so from Mattel. It's like of all companies, that have the Minecraft toy kind of license, but I think it honestly fits. It's like I think they've done a pretty good job here. Have your Mojang logo here, and then of course because this is the Minecraft Diamond level, this has your diamond ore kind of packaging there, but there at the front to kind of mimic the actual like the diamond ore block, and then they are actually kind of like kind of like I don't know what the I forget what the but they're like raised pieces like for these, so you can actually like feel them on the packaging, so that's pretty cool. And then you have this cool image of Steve with the sword there, and then you have Steve in the name. At the bottom, have your made you're made in Vietnam. All right, then all your stuff, and this is a 2024, so this is actually a year old, anyways. I don't think they've really been doing the line that much since. And then you have your barcode at the top. You have your Minecraft, your diamond level logo there that is actually like embedded. Like you could like cut that out. That's actually not too bad. That's actually pretty nice. And then you got Steve right there on the side. You got Minecraft diamond level enchant, the enchanting table. I'm just showing you an image of it in the 4 different languages. Very neat. And then your die cast enchanted sword in your different languages right there. Oh, there's the fire. There's the fire, guys. Minecraft Diamond level. Then there's Steve standing there looking like Steve. And in the back, the same kind of like thing with the Minecraft, the diamond level being kind of like embedded, I guess, in there. And then Steve again. Then have your little promo shot of the figure with the sword and the enchantment table and the lapis lazuli, and then then a little like a bio, I guess, or kind of like it looks like a part of a story where it says last time Steve was in the mine, he found diamonds, lapis, and obsidian in its stony walls in a cluster of creepers beat him back now, though. He has just what he needs to craft an enchanting table. Revenge will be sweet. Steve holds up his sword, but which enchantment to choose? Knock back, sharp miss, nothing's off the table. It's a book. So yeah, really, really cool. So we're gonna go ahead, get this figure open. And I don't know, which side do we want to open? Because if we do a Hasbro, it's like that. Honestly, that's not too bad. So I think we're going to go with that. Anyways, is that the same as the other? It is. Okay. We're learning about the packaging now. We got Steve. We're going to open him up. We're going to do our thing. Make sure this is working. It is. That we're here. So here is our trusty Zacto blade. Get that going right there. Easy enough. Not too bad. We got Steve. Get him out of the box. Here he is. What the? Oh. It like, okay. They like want you to take it out. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I actually like this. Okay. Here's your box. All empty. It's, yeah, and remember, so this is like the ore stone. It's like before, like, you mine the diamonds, yeah, like, but when you mine, yeah, the diamond ore, it's like there in the, yeah, like in the cave. But when you take it out, it's a diamond. He, that's so cool. I actually like that. It's like that actually kind of is presented in that way, and it is closed off on either side. So yeah, so it doesn't matter what side, yeah, that you open, it'll still come out all like this. But that's actually kind of cool. Yeah, for presentation wise, they've really thought about kind of like how that works. So it's like you have that bright blue shiny thing like a diamond. So that's really cool for the line. But you can of course take Steve out of there, but there's the full diamond kind of shiny piece, I guess. Or is this, yeah, or is this just like a recolor of like the gray wall? I would guess. I don't know. But I think I get the symbolism of kind of like you're mining an ore and you get a thing. You know. We're going to get our thing set up here. Is this a good angle? This looks not great. And Steve's face keeps doing the thing. How about we have him like that? There we go. A little bit better. Keeps the shine down as much as we can, even though these guys are actually kind of shiny. But in any case, we're going to go up even a little bit more just to have a little more height. I think that looks pretty good. But yeah. Sorry. I keep having to finicky with it. I'm never happy with it. But yeah, but here's our Steve and all his plastic glory. I think first we're going to lay him down. Gonna get our lapis. There we go. So where that's a flat piece on top with the actual print of the lapis piece. Yeah, they would see in Minecraft. Of course, it's not that shiny. But then on the back, you have a little, like a double, like a square kind of peg there. So number 5, but nice little thing. And then I think we're gonna go with the, well, we're gonna go with the enchantment table next. Because that is the main kind of like set piece, I would say, for this. But that is a more specialized, I think, item. But here is our enchanting table, our enchantment table. I keep saying enchanting when it's enchantment. But it has the book on there with just, yeah, with just like the kind of if you're darker kind of like shades to kind of like insinuate kind of like I guess writing on the pages. But then you have your little book details all pixely, all square like on both sides. It's pretty clean except for like right there that yellow is kind of chipped away, but that's not too bad. You're not really looking at that. But then it is mounted on on a clear peg. It is rotatable, but you can't take it out, but it can rotate, which is cool. So I guess if you want to do like some stop motion, you can kind of do where it's like moving around. It's like if someone's like enchanting, it's like open up over here. It's like, wow, what do you want? Yeah, you want enchantments? All right, read this book. But then here's that. Yeah, but then here's the actual like the table. I think that this is supposed to be like a cloth of some kind. So it's like that goes all around, and you see all those darker reds and orangey reds details. And then that is actually kind of like embedded on this plastic. So this whole top piece, I think, is a separate piece. And then, of course, you have like your diamond kind of pieces on the corners of the table. And then you have this little like this obsidian, I guess, piece at the bottom. And this actually is all sculpted, and you can like feel all those squares and how you can see how they kind of reflect in there, how they kind of break up in that sculpt. But it's like, yeah, so they kind of like have this stick out more because it's more smooth, and then this is more kind of like that rougher kind of texture for it. Even though it's not rough, it's like it is still like smooth, but you can feel like that texture a little bit more. And this is a full like smooth piece here, and it's actually really, really well done. And then at the bottom, just flat, nothing going on there. But still, a really cool piece, and also like pretty a good size. I would say this works pretty well. So we're gonna see how they scale. Well, we're gonna get our die cast diamond sword out. I do kind of want to be careful with this. I feel like this could break easily if I'm not careful. Oh my god. This is die cast. It's heavy. Wow, you can really feel that weight. I mean, like you can here. Like it's actually metal. Like this is like so this is an actual like a metal piece. Like that's crazy. But look at that. It has kind of like a glitter kind of thing to it, kind of like a speckling kind of metallic shine on it. And yeah, it reflects the light pretty well, so it goes kind of like a greenish to like a purplish kind of bluish kind of hue, especially if you go more into the light there. Like look at that. Like magic or something. It's like, but that's like so cool specifically. Like the all blue, like enchanted diamond sword, and you have like your brown color in the hilt, but in that same kind of that same kind of like that shiny, very brown coloring, and then you have your hilt kind of in there with your one square and your square in the middle. There, paint there is kind of, I don't know if that's chipping off or if that's just extra paint, but I think it's just chipping off. But anyways, this looks great though. It's not my favorite look for a diamond sword, or really for like any Minecraft swords. Like, but this, it's like, but but if this is like the only one I have for now, this is not a bad option because it looks pretty cool, and it is a die cast, so it is actual metal, so that's pretty cool. I think like the other swords and some other weapons are also die cast, but this one, it's like it kind of makes sense. It makes it feel a little bit nicer that they put more work into it. It makes it kind of worth the price a little bit more. And this even has like, some really cool accessories anyways. But then we're going to finally get out the main guy. Our Steve. There he goes. There's our plastic. It's exactly what you can think of when you think of Steve. It's just him. It's just the dude. It's literally the guy from Minecraft. I'm gonna come down just a little bit, get a little closer with Steve. Here we are. Look at that guy. Of course, it's like just exactly just taken from the game and printed onto here, onto the onto the plastic figure. Ooh, okay, so those actually okay. All right, so I'm trying to figure it out. But look at Steve. He does have like these little these rectangular bits on either side of his head and on both of his shoulders. That is specifically for the armor pieces. Yeah, and also back there. It's like so that's if it's like if it was like the first kind of like the few releases of Steve where he came one with iron armor where that was all die cast. So it go yes, we had a helmet, we had a chest plate, with the shoulder pads, and then had the pants and the boots. I think the pants and the boots were the kind of like the same piece there because it would make sense to just. But in any case, it was really cool. It's like I kind of wish I could have gotten that. It's like, but this one is not bad at all. It's like, and this is just like the same exact figure as that one, but you see all the hair there, the different colors, and it's like, and he's just all kind of smooth there, but cool with the blue eyes, has a goatee look there. I don't really kind of like see a face because I do kind of see like him kind of smiling. It's like I know that's not wrong. Yeah, it's like I know that that is wrong. It's like that's supposed to be like a goatee, like that's his nose, I guess, and then that's like his mouth, the pink part. But it's like he is kind of just like basic, expressionless. He's just like it's like he's just there in my eyes. It's like he's not even like just feeling anything. He's just walking along. He's like, all right, I'm Steve. But then he has the signature, the blue shirt with the little hang down there. That actually does not continue with the paint. I guess it would go. Yeah, it would go all the way through, but it kind of sticks out there, anyways. But I guess that kind of actually makes more sense that ways. So I guess not too bad. It's like you're not really gonna be looking at. Yeah, like he'll be walking like that, or he'll be like that. But it's like, but then I do kind of wish it was, there because he can just have the hang down over there, and that wouldn't be too bad. It would kind of make sense. He's pushing more fabric, but in any case, still pretty cool. And then of course you have the same kind of flesh color to the arms and has that same kind of patterning, texturing, and then with the pants, just kind of basic. But they do have like a little like knee squares there, a little detail there, and ones back there, so not too bad. And then with the shoes, I guess, yeah, technically the boots, it's just it's like it actually is a cutout piece there, so that actually is a separate piece that they put in there, but it has your square kind of thing, but it's just like your L shape kind of piece there, but it's the shoes and they stick out. And then also with the Steve figure, for him to hold, they have these little inserts here, so you take that out so we can actually hold his things. And so then you get a kind of just like a little, like a Steve, kind of flesh piece, if you will. I know that's kind of disgusting and weird, but we'll have him first hold the lapis. So he's got his lapis right there, looking pretty cool, looking pretty neat. I should actually go over articulation, shouldn't I? Before I do this, it's like because there's not that much articulation at the head. Like he can rotate all the way around. Of course, I think he can kind of move side to side, not really, kind of like a little bit, but it's not really a whole lot. It's even like a tilt. But he can look down a bit, look up, not a whole lot. It's like, but that's kind of enough. And you can get the legs where he's like, what the heck? But then at the arms, you rotate all the way around. You don't go out or do anything. That's all you get there. Kind of wish he had like a arm swivel there. It's like, but yes, like, but this is actually like game accurate. Yeah, to how they look and how they should be moving and how and how they do move. But then with the legs, as we've seen, they kick forward that far, not too bad, and they kick all the way back. Which I don't think we've seen with any other figure that we've had. So Steve holds that, so where he can literally kick behind him, even if you want to do the splits there, he can do it. Yeah, he's like, what? What of it? I can do the splits. What of it? I am Steve. But yeah, super, super cool. But I think we'll get him try to hold his enchanted sword. His enchanted diamond sword. So we'll try to slot that right in there. Get that all the way. And I wonder if I can. I don't want to break anything. I just want to try it. See if you can kind of cover it up a little bit. Not really. It's just not going to work, but he can hold his swords. Like, it does add a bit of weight, so you kind of need him up there a bit to counterbalance if you wanted to just stand there. But if you want the sword up, you can get him in a pretty good pose, but I don't know if I'll really want him with the sword. I'll have to really see. I kind of just wanted him as like just with like a regular, like a diamond sword, if anything. But yeah, but having like a nice, like a shiny, enchanted one isn't bad at all. I mean, it's really cool. It's die cast. But I don't know if this is like entirely accurate to how they really look or feel in the game. I know they are kind of like shiny and like and sparkly, but I don't know. I just would have just like a regular, like a diamond sword. It's like how they did their regular like their iron sword. I think was very kind of like of the style, but but like I don't know. It's just like it's just little like specific things. I'm like just think of. It's like that's really cool. Anyways, like it's nice. But just something that's like just more basic, even like for me. I'm just like this is kind of too nice. It's like, and that's just like, and I wouldn't say that that's a negative. I mean, look at this. It's so cool. In any case, I think that this is actually a pretty nice set. It's like especially it's like before like a beginner person, like me with this line, because I've never heard of it until just recently. So it's nice. It's a cool little set. I'm trying to get. Bro, here's Steve. Can Steve just look forward? Yeah, I guess I'll have to move everything. There he is. There's our dude. Yeah, but overall, a pretty nice set. It's like it is cool having him with an enchantment table, so you can do. Okay, we're gonna do this again. Have him hold the lapis. There is a little false alarm. Where's our? That is not right. I am being dumb. Am I stupid? I think I'm okay. Hold on. I'm just being so dumb right now. Okay. I guess that is it. Is that it? Could do that too, but that looks weird. Okay. So that is right. Why is it right like that? Oh, okay. So we could have Steve where he's gonna use the enchantment table where he's like, all right, I got my lapis and I got my, it's like, I got my enchantment table. You should really be holding something, honestly. I guess it's like, okay, you can probably do, here, we'll try out this look where we take out the other hand insert because he can carry 2 items. Well, how about we get him like this? Where he's kind of like actually like he used it. Could even get him, okay, we're going to get him kind of like looking at the sword. This is kind of like limited for this, but I kind of want him, I don't know. It's like, I just don't think I'll be able to get the angle I want, but where he's like, whoa, like, I got the diamond sword. He's like, yeah, that's really cool. Or he's like, whoa. I'm like, I got my enchanted diamond sword. And then there's just like the lapis. It's like sitting there or something. I don't know. I'm trying to get a picture idea. Just trying to use this set. Because I should use this set. But just like, yeah, I guess just having just a lapis there would be okay. You know, pretty cool. Pretty nice. Pretty neat. A nice little set. As I've said before, it's like I probably just prefer like a more like a kind of like a more kind of game accurate enchanted diamond sword. I think that this one is nice, but it's just not perfect in my eyes. But all the rest of these accessories, yeah, the enchantment table is super nice and very well done, super clean. And then of course the lapis piece, I think is actually a pretty good little basic little element piece. So it's really cool to have that. I think we're gonna get. Do we want to get Steve? I think we're gonna take the sword away. Just for general safety. We're gonna put his little hand thingies back. Do we want to keep out? We'll keep out the enchantment table at least. Maybe the lapis. Just because, you know, kind of like Steve when he's more like that adventurer kind of mind guy type. And he's using the book. Just like we've been planning. He's like, I'm using this book to enchant stuff. So really cool. But I love this Steve. Even like even if I had just this Steve just by himself, it would have been cool. It's so great. It's like it's just super well done. A really fun figure. This looks really perfect for what I was going for. I'm just like I just want just a Steve in this scale, in this look. I want a video game Steve, and it's perfect. I can't believe that I have never like thought about like this line at all, or even like I don't think I even like heard of it up until kind of like after the movie, because I wasn't looking for Minecraft figures. I wasn't thinking about it. I knew that Minecraft toys were out there, so but I always thought that they were like smaller scale, less kind of like collector friendly. There goes the fire again. Yeah, but just look at it. It's like it just looks like it's straight out of the game. It's perfectly made. It's like I love this Steve. So gotta love this Steve. I do really wish I got the either the iron armor or the diamond armor version of Steve. It's like the diamond armor was a convention exclusive version, like from like a couple years ago, and then the full iron armor Steve was like their very first Steve, I think they did. I think that's right. It's like, so that's probably like back in like 2022, 2023. It's been going like for a few years, and I never noticed. But still, really fun figure. There's even more sirens. One storm happens, stuff just goes on. But in any case, really cool figure, lots of fun, awesome, perfectly executed. Wish I had other Steves, other more kind of like little accessories for him to hold, and yeah, kind of like tools. Like they should put out like an ultimate Steve, a maximum Steve, if you will. It would be really funny. But we're gonna move Steve aside because he's perfect. He's great. I love this little dude. But we're gonna go ahead. We might even have to clear out for this guy. Now, this is something else. Hello. Don't look that in the eye. But we're gonna move. I think we are gonna move Steve because we don't want him to look at this. He doesn't want to look at this. It's it's a terrifying. The probably one of the creepiest, I guess, kind of or more kind of like cryptic kind of monsters or kind of creatures in Minecraft is, of course, the Enderman, where it's the tall, all black, long limbed creature. Yeah, that can teleport. And you also don't look it in the eyes because it gets mad. And also, they carry whatever block they choose, I guess, to pick up. It's just random. But they included a grass block for this with the little particles, and then of course the alternate head, regular thing. But we'll go over the packaging kind of quickly, get everything open. So of course, with the Mattel logo there, the Mojang Studios logo, we have the Minecraft Diamond level logo with the embedment of it, and then the Enderman name there. You have a little front kind of plate there that says flocked grass with the grass block, and you see it there. It's right under there. It is flocked. It's kind of weird that they would do that. But in any case, but then you have your diamond ore kind of packaging there, 6+ there, same kind of bottom. But this was in 2023 as well. Okay, so is this Steve newer then? The Steve is newer. So so this was from 2023. So this has been sitting there, but I got this at Ollie's recently for just $13. Pretty good steal. They also had the diamond level cat kind of set where it came with a cat, it came with a cooked fish, feather, and a light up furnace piece. A furnace is nice. And I like having like the little like the fish, and the feather is okay. But it's like I don't really care too much for for Minecraft cats really too much. I don't think they're really a need. Really, it's like if anything, I probably get is like of all the other figures in this line I probably at least get the creeper, maybe get a skeleton and a zombie. Yeah, because Walmart actually, it's like in my area that they have like 4 like of the diamond level the skeletons. I'm really just waiting for them to go on clearance. I would get like 1 or 2 if I could. At least 2. But it's like at most 2, but mainly probably just 1. Realistically. But in any case, it's like, and then I also maybe get the zombie. It's like where he comes with leather armor, and I think just like a stone sword as well, so that's not bad. And then the creeper comes with like the whole, like it comes like with TNT, and it comes with the the electrified kind of like creeper. It's like the powered up creeper with all like the blue, like the mist kind of energy thing going on there. So that's really nice. But we're gonna move on with the thing there. You have your Minecraft, your diamond level, Enderman there, your Ollie's price. Thank you, Ollie's, as always. They come in clutch pretty well. Your Minecraft, your diamond level logo there, and then your flocked grass block and your multiple languages again, but in a bigger side here, and then your swappable head in different languages and has the headpiece there. I'm kind of surprised they didn't just, talk about little like the thing. It's like, of course, the swappable head. That's obvious. But I'm surprised they didn't like have that like for this little kind of like the effect here, because I don't really know what to really call that. I know that's a swappable. But in any case, you have your Minecraft, your diamond level logo there, and then you have a nice little promo art of the Enderman actually using the little kind of like the smoke, I guess you would call it. I don't know. But really cool. And then on the back, you have your Minecraft diamond level logo there, your Enderman, and then you actually get to see a nice promo art with the alternate head in there, and then also him holding the block as well, and then also with the little wisps thing there, and then the regular head. This does say, okay, fabricated in Vietnam, as always. And then the little bio that we have here, the little read up, says, heading out to 10-year field, you see a tall figure gather a grass block in its long arms, vanishes in a shower of purple particles, and you turn and find yourself looking directly into a pair of purple eyes. The Enderman opens its mouth in a silent scream, and you spill your water bucket. You get mad, and then it goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know how they do it, but I guess that's like, whoa, whoa. Like it's kind of like a higher pitch. It's like it's like a weird sound, but it's pretty cool. And then you have that in your other language there, and then you have your Mattel empowering the next generation through play little thing. That's cool. And then your Minecraft.net, and then also a little warning of figure may not stand as shown. Colors, decorations may vary. Yeah, but in any case, we're gonna get this open, get going with this Enderman. No. Sorry, I can't really do it, but I'm gonna keep trying, I guess. We'll get our trusty X-Acto blade as I struggle, and it actually has 2 tape pieces, because this box, is it taller than the other one? No, it's the same size, so yeah, so Steve only had 1, and he is a 2024 figure, and this is a 2023 figure, where they used 2 tape pieces there. So I guess they were like, yeah, we can kind of cut that out. And that does have 2 tape pieces on the other side too, but same thing as we saw with Steve, where, where this whole inner piece comes out with it. So there's our empty box. There's our Enderman in its diamond encrusted glory. A different kind of setup, so where so where it's flat here, and and then it's elevated here kind of to accommodate the larger size of the Enderman. There, so he can't really stand, but there's our diamond piece again. But there's our Enderman. Of course, he can't support all that weight. That's right there with the block. And that actually has a twist tie. That's actually a surprise there. But we're going to get our Enderman out first. I think we're just going to unpack him first, because we'll go in order as I kind of want to. Once we get everything out, so we'll get that out. I'm not worried about, is he taped up? No. Okay, so they just have him. There we go. Get him over there. Get our little, what do they call it? I forget what they call this already. What is it called? The particles? Okay, it's like, so they're just, yeah, like particles. Or a little particle plume, I guess I would call it. And then we have our grass, like our grass block, but it does have one little twist tie. So we're gonna get our toolkit again, as always. Get out our handy little snippers there, and thankfully this is actually not close at all to the block, so we can just go ahead and bam, easy peasy, bro. Easy freaking peasy. There's our little thing. We get our other thing out of here. What do we want to do? We'll put it right there. All right. And then we get out our good old grass block. Sitting there, a little dirty. A little bit of schmutz there, but okay. Schmutz. What's schmutz? I don't know what that is. But there's our plastic thing. Move this up. So first, I guess we'll talk about the grass block, because that is the non-Enderman portion of this. But look at this little grass block. So of course, it's just a little, like a dirt block, but it has the grass top there, but it is actually a flocked kind of thing. And you can see how that pattern actually continues around there. Oh, it's kind of like embedded on top of it, so it does stick out there on the edges there. So that is pretty nice, but I would be kind of worried about that. Yeah, about those pieces going loose, but at least there's like, at least the grass pieces are actually kind of nice. It's not really too dirty. It's kind of like, yeah, it has like a little like spots on it. So I don't know if that's like glue residue or like something just from, yeah, it's not that much of a flocking, because you can really feel that it's solid under there, but you get all your dirt detail there with all your grays and your browns, and dark browns, light browns, just a lot of brown. Yeah, but nice little flocked grass. It doesn't really annoy me as much as I think it would. I think it kind of does work, especially like in person. I think it even more works, but it's like on camera, it's not too bad. But it's definitely like, it's, yeah, it definitely kills it. Yeah, but with that shine. But if you're going to be seeing this on the regular, you're not really going to be seeing that very much, and that's not really going to be a big bother, because you can just sit there. Yeah, it's just a dirt block. It's just so cool. I like having this whole thing. It is a solid piece. It's not like metal, but it is a hard plastic on there. But still pretty good. And then, of course, our next little kind of like floor piece actually does have little foot pegs there. So that's actually nice. But then he has his little, like his pink particles, his purple particles, kind of around there. It's like a little much actually compared to what the Enderman actually has, where it's like little, like tiny like squares. It's not like a whole, like a cloud that kind of like surrounds them. It's like more like little like individual tiny ones that surround them. I believe. I don't know if they've updated it, but at least, yeah. But this is like a cool little effect, and yeah, and the fact that you can actually stand the figure on there is really, really cool. So really, really nice. You even could do, I guess, if you wanted to have a block or something in there, or even if you can get like another figure in there, they could be like, yeah, kind of like covered by the cloud of the Enderman, or the particles, I guess. But then with the alternate head, of course, your Enderman face, but that open mouth with the, yeah, with the teeth, and it is hollow there with the actual mouth there. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, but with the eyes, it is a little smudgy on the face. Yeah, it looks like a lot of people were doing this with it. So I might have to like clean this or something just to get it to smooth down, to not shine as much or not be as apparent. But nice little kind of like shiny black details They're not really. It's like they're not like embedded. Yeah, embedded, but they're just like on there. Pretty good, but then you have like your ball, I guess, kind of set up there. But yeah, pretty neat. And then of course we have our actual figure. Well, you can get him, I guess. Might not be able to get him. I think we are. He's a tall boy. Like he is really tall. He's very reflective, so he'll probably look more gray throughout the stream. But trust me, he is a dark, dark black. Even like up here first, so you see the head. It's just a closed mouth. He kind of has like a little bit of like a devious smile to him if you kind of interpret that as that, I guess. But the body have that same kind of like that detail going on there, even down to the arms. But the arms are actually protected out of the box with little like cardboard pieces, I guess, not to scratch up the details in the paint. And then also, I think also think, excuse me, as I keep saying the same word over and over again, you have your little cover for the little holding piece there. But yeah, but they are protected by these little plastic sleeves there. I kind of wish that they would have just done like a full over there. It's like, even though like it doesn't work at all, like it doesn't really matter because it just sits there. But you know, I'll try to get this one off now if I can. There we go. There that goes. And there this goes. So there he is, all fully unpacked, doing his thing and with his long arms. And they are they on like a ball? They're more of like a hinge kind of thing. Excuse me. Oh, they're more of kind of like a kind of a ball. I can't really tell with the arms. It just feels just like a stick is just in there. But he's got his super long arms, and of course they have the little divots to also hold stuff. They will. He does have. Does he have waist articulation? Because he does have the same head articulation as Steve. I assume it is. Yeah, just a ball that goes into the top. They can't really move that much. But then with the arms, move out, not really that far, but of course can do a full 360. A little tight, but not too bad. But you can't really go in and out at all, though. So not too bad. You can go in and out like that much. So and this arm does kind of stick out. So yeah, so I guess you can actually kind of extend the arms out, but you can kind of push them in forward. And you can kind of do that with the head, I guess, too. So that kind of gets you not really that much more range, but I guess it'll help to kind of, if you don't want to scratch up the figure, I guess, too much, you can get it doing like that. Excuse me while I do this all off camera, like a unprofessional. But anyways, but then with the legs, you don't really get much. I don't think you get any articulation from down here. There might be like a little bit. Yeah, so there should be, okay, so there is like a little bit of a kick forward and a tiny bit of kickback, but it's kind of like he can't really stand him up like that. He has to kind of be fully flat on the ground, even stand up. And even then, he's kind of leaning back just a little bit. But, you know, still pretty good. And that's even like fully straight there. So, not a bad little guy. I know my lighting doesn't really work too well for this, but there he is. There's our Enderman. I guess we're going to go ahead, get him in his little stance. So as you can see again, there's his little square foot pegs or little holes there. So that just goes right in there, down, and there he is. Holy, his little cloud. So that is nice. It's like to add a little bit of flavor to it. But I guess if we do, we can switch out the head. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. No, that's not supposed to. Is it? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Is that right? It feels right. Hold up. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay. So with the head, so it has a little plate right there. So that's the bottom of the head that you can move up. You don't really get any articulation from it. It's like, but you do have like your little mushroom peg there. I don't know if that's a magnet or just like a screw, I guess, to keep that in there, to keep it not moving and keep it secure. So then, and then it's weird actually how they're have the head set up, because with the regular head, you don't have anything going on there. You just have the hole for the peg. But then on the alternate head, you have these little attachment pieces. I think this is for, before the lower jaw piece, I believe. I think that would make more sense, that they would have this as a separate piece to kind of embed in there, and then this sits on there. So, or this is like a alternate kind of like a cover, I guess, for it. But in any case, I found that weird, but I think it just makes sense because it's like, because this is probably two separate pieces and this is one whole one. I think I just explained it myself, anyways. But we will do that alternate head thing there. I think we even want to push up the head on there, because then that can give us that weight on there. So look at that guy, even taller. You give him even more height. Or he's like, oh, he's so mad. He's like, I can't believe you just looked at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. But I think we're gonna go ahead here. We're gonna do a quick little. Steve's looking at him, and the guy's like, oh, I can't believe you just looked at me. And Steve's like, oh no, I just looked at him. Bonk. Oh. And no ender pearl. I kind of wish he came with an ender pearl. Now that I'm thinking about it, probably would have been nice to come with an ender pearl. But he doesn't come with the grass block, and I think he is supposed to technically be able to hold it. And you can actually kind of rotate the arm out a bit, so that's nice that you actually have that, so you can actually do that. So I guess you can take out his little hand pieces. I think I am gonna switch the head back out though. Hold up. This is definitely like a kind of like a thing you gotta do. There we go. But yeah, but we'll take out these little hand pieces. We'll move our camera down just a bit. I don't know if he'll even really be able to technically hold it. I guess technically he can, but I don't know how he's going to be able to do it. I don't think it actually is going to work. It just it just falls out of his hand. So how is he supposed to hold it? They kind of just show it's like, it's just exactly like that, like how I just did it. But he can't really do it. was like, you have to kind of get it at this angle. I guess kind of get it more, I guess like that. Let's see if I can move him back a bit. There he goes. So at least he's holding it. And that's actually pretty good. I actually like that. That's actually okay. That kind of completes it for me. Okay. So one, I think an Ender Pearl, just would have been nice as like a as like a full like complete kind of Enderman thing. But I could see them maybe having that with like Steve or someone. Whenever like they want to do like like another Steve, or even if they want to do, I don't know, like another like a version like of Enderman. If there is another version, I don't think there is anything else that you get that Ender Pearls from in the game still, unless that they're like in like a chest. Oh, okay. So if they did like a chest piece and like gave you like a bunch of like accessories, oh, they could do like okay, so they could do like an accessory set where you have like one chest and then you have like a double chest. Kind of like your bigger chest. You can have like a bunch of accessories to put in there, and you could like, I don't know like how you could organize it. It's like, or you just put this stuff in there. Not like how they have it in the movie, where it's just like, there's stuff in there. It's like, to organize, but you have to like have stuff in there. I don't know. Or they could like have a character, with a crafting table and they have like ingots and a stick, or have something else. It's like to kind of like involve like the Ender Pearl somehow. I don't know. I'll have to really think about what they could do to like have another reason to have an Ender Pearl, but I think that this would have been the perfect time for that. But this is still really, really cool. I love having the alternate angry head. I love the whole look of this figure. It's just so perfect for what for what it's supposed to be. It's like Enderman isn't the top of the list. I think Creeper is, as always. But I've been kind of just waiting out to see what I can do. See, maybe Ollie will start picking up more of these guys and more of but more of the figures that I want, or even just see if other stores have these in some capacity at a decent price. So but we'll kind of see. We'll see what's going on. But overall, I think that this is actually a very, very well executed figure. It's very accurate. It looks very good. I like the whole like the pieces together. It's like, even though it's like I felt even though I still kind of feel that the particle piece isn't really entirely accurate to the game. And what those particles kind of look like. But it's like, but then but they got really close, and how it looks here specifically, like having like a little like a hint of it, but then you have this grass block, that he can evidently hold somehow. It's like it takes a little bit of work, and you do have to take out little holding parts. But in any case, I think that this looks great. I think that this is perfect for being an Enderman. This is kind of like what you're looking, for this thing to look like and do. And I think that this will kind of stay forever like this. And I think it looks perfect. I think it looks amazing. Even though the articulation isn't crazy or like the best in the world, but it's like it works. And I do like the little like the flocked thing. I want to be careful. I don't want to knock them away. Because they'll sorry. Okay. But really, really cool. So we'll get our Enderman over here. Oh God. And we'll get Steve right here. Look at my dudes. Here, I'll get Steve over here. Sorry. I'm gonna take you out. We're gonna give him his diamond sword. just to give him an accessory in that hand. Hold up. I can get him to hold his accessory in his hand. Okay, that's fine. I even kind of like him is like, but when he's kind of like crouched over, like that is kind of funny. Where he's like, I got a diamond sword. I'm gonna kill the creeper, but we gotta get him good as possible looking. Does have this heavy freaking sword that is die cast. Well, he kind of has to be like that. We kind of forward if we can. There. I think okay, so that's like the closest I think that we'll be. Oop, the Enderman. Well, I guess at least he dropped the grass block because I did kind of want to see how that looks with Steven. You know, that is accurate. I think he is always 2 blocks tall. So this is actually pretty nice, and this will actually be a great little image where you have him in a grass block and you have him like in a grassy field or something. That's going to be a picture. Expect that, I guess, in the future. But, you know, look at this guy. Look at the grass block. Look at the Enderman. They look so cool. He looks pretty cool. Still, the sword isn't perfect, but I think that's okay. But we're going to get, but there's our Enderman. So if he's like just standing there, Steve is really none of the wiser or not really worried about it because he's like, yeah, I'm just not going to look at him. And Enderman's like, what do you do? He's like, Steve, what do you do? Or yeah, he's yeah, just not just paying attention. Like he's just looking. Yeah, he could have a grass block, but you could have him like he's like looking at the enchantment table, not really like just paying attention to what's behind him. I'm like, yeah, I'm just doing my thing. Have my enchanting table, doing my enchanting. And then you have this guy behind you. And you're like, what are you doing, bro? And he's like, bro, chill out. I just enchanted this sword. You want to go? It's like, oh, you want to go? Look me in the eyes. And he's like, I will not, because I am smart, because I am Steve. So yeah, really cool. We're gonna try to make Steve not shiny. We are gonna kind of try to move him closer. Also, we're gonna get this going here, and I think we're gonna try to one get to our comparisons, and then also kind of get going. Maybe I need to do taller like this. I think that this will work better for at least scale wise. Steve's head is still kind of shiny though. I kind of hate that it does that. You know, and then I think we'll just have just the grass block here also for reference. But do we want to do? I think I want to do more like this. Yeah. Cool. Don't want to see that. There we are. Maybe that is a little better. Maybe we do this back a little bit more. Do a little more shifting. Steve. Get shining. This is a going, I guess. Here, we're just gonna. Sorry, I'm just like I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Still kind of want to get the Steve a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, so Steve is kind of like he is, yeah, kind of like yeah, just leaning back. But we do want him to. Do we want him to have something? He can't just like hold nothing. He is just Steve. He doesn't need all the weapons on him. He can just be Steve because we like just Steve. Just Steve is fine, especially when he can just stand forward and look ahead and be Steve, the little lapis. Piece there. Our enchantment table. Then we'll leave the alternate head and diamond sword. Back here, this is like their main. Look at that. Look at these cool couple of figures. Just looking super cool. Looking awesome. Sorry if my chat's not working. I'm not seeing anyone. Unless y'all are just not chatting it up today. Which is okay. But you know, if you got any insights or want to see, or see anything, just be sure to let me know, or any questions about these figures. Be sure to let me know. But we are going to start going for our comparisons. So we're going to mainly be doing video game characters. If we want to do other ones, I guess I can if I want to, if you want to see these kind of scale well. But it's like, but we do have a variety of kind of like of lines and companies, and kind of a few like a few of the video game figures I have, not all of them, but a fair bit. So first, like, we're going pure video game figures, and kind of one of my favorite lines, kind of like yeah, kind of like a most recent history, is we have the Jada Toys Street Fighter. So you can already just see how different they are next to Steve, and we'll get Chun-Li out here too to compare with the Enderman as well, so you can see how much different style-wise they are and how they really all look together. But I think Ryu is in Smash Bros, and so is Steve. The Enderman in some capacity, but he's all like short end. I don't know too much. It was like weird. But you know, you have Ryu and Chun-Li, so both of your kind of like your your classic your fighting game characters. So very kind of like exaggerated, kind of like more more muscular proportions, a little bit more. It's like more also more cartoony, but is very much like a specific kind of like races and kind of styles and looks there, kind of character gimmicks. So yeah, but very different, like more kind of like more kind of like that hyper, like that anime, I guess, animation style compared to like your pixelized block style. But we're gonna get them back here. I think I am gonna. I don't know how I'm gonna. Okay, we're gonna have the blocks and all this, just not in here because we got a whole lot to look at, and we need this space. Yeah, pretty cool. But then continuing on with the Street Fighter line, maybe I'll do it like this. But then doing a couple more of our Street Fighter figures, we have M. Bison, also from Jada Toys. Honestly, not one of my favorites, but I would say it's like a perfect M. Bison figure. It's exactly like all like I needed for this character. He's a little back heavy. His shoulder pads up a little bit more. I always want him kind of like standing tall. You can't really without kind of falling backward, so I have to kind of like push him forward. Then he doesn't look as imposing. I gotta get a better pose of him in any case. But there's our M Bison there. And then we have our Dalsim or Dalsim figure, and I did want to get him out specifically because because one, I haven't really messed with him, and two, he has the alternate extended kind of like arms and legs here. So I did kind of actually want to try that out. So we're gonna try that. But in any case, a beautiful, beautiful figure. Really, really fun. Really cool. How do we do it? So we can pull off the arms. There we go. And just pull off the legs. The legs actually came out pretty easy. And then we match all of those. So we got our left leg, have our right leg because we're going by the feet. Remember, toes are in. The thumbs, I mean. There we go. With the arms. This one goes over here. Kind of actually surprised like how easily these actually go in. Like seeing how small the holes are to the actual peg, but this is a more rubbery, I guess, kind of plastic, so it works out. And they also do have bendy wire as well in these limbs. But here's our Dalsim full stretch here. Even if we want to try to get him flat-footed, I don't know if he can even stand flat, but as flat as we can just get him. We want to get his knees though kind of working, so we're gonna go like that. There he is, even taller than the Enderman. So that's pretty crazy, but it's really cool that they actually include that, have those weird accessories and alternate parts. That bison game, you just stand. I don't know why it's so hard for you to stand. You're just so heavy. You're too heavy. We got Chun-Li, Ryu. We're here in a corner. We do have a lot to get through, but not really that much. But yeah, but we're gonna get Dalsim though. Kind of reset. Get his arm back on. We're gonna leave one arm in that stretchy form, just because it's a different look. And I've been meaning to actually have this displayed with it. I just haven't been crazy enough to get these out yet. I've just been like, I was like, I'll get to it. And yeah, I just never cared for it. But now it's like today was the right time to do it with this little comparison. Here, oh yeah, I forget that the hands are also articulated weird too with the flat palm hands. It's way too weird. And also the butterfly joints, to be honest, aren't the best. At least when they're going forward, I feel like I'm gonna, yeah, I don't want to push that too much. Kind of want them to go more forward, but yeah, but there's like his extended arm there. I guess that's all right. Look at him. Look at Delcy. That weird stretchy arm. That's so cool. Cool figure. Also, really good video game figure as well. Excellently executed. All right, let's see. There we go. He did. He does have the same feet as Ryu. I think they're the same feet. That's actually weird. I never noticed that, but I guess it makes sense in some way. They all have big feet. Everyone's got big feet in video. And then next, we're gonna do a couple of movie figures that are based off of the video game characters. So of course we have the bright blue main character in Steve, who wears, the blue shirt and the blue pants, and it's just like the main dude of the game. But then we have, but then we have our other main blue guy, which is Sonic. Of course, gotta throw Sonic in there. Of course, it's the Sonic 3 figure. But honestly, it's like it works well enough as a video game version, and especially, with his dark, kind of brooding, kind of like teleporting, kind of weird, kind of like opposite in some way. You have Shadow here, of course. That a little bit more. There we go. But pretty cool. Really nice, and they work very well. And you got Sonic in Super Smash Bros. As well. So and I think you have like a cameo thing of Shadow too. So technically he's in Smash. They still haven't put Waluigi. He's like a trophy character thing. He's like one of those, but he's still not a main character, mate. Make Waluigi. I swear to God. Do Waluigi. I'll finally play another Smash Bros. Game. I'm holding on to that grudge. And and also it's like I don't have a Switch or anything. So, but cool. Different kind of styles. It's like, of course, these are more kind of like, I guess like as realistic like to these characters as they can get, without going like too much into the cartoon, but they are CGI animated, kind of like characters in a quote unquote live action movie. It's like with actual humans. It's like, of course there is actual humans, but like, it's like, but a lot of them, it's like, it's just them. So a lot of it's probably just CGI. Especially hopefully in the next movies, because they should just be doing just more of these guys. I don't really care for the human thing. It's kind of over. It's lost its charm. We'll do Shadow and Sonic over here. We can't even see them. What do we even have? Because we got like that and that. But maybe we'll do them like that for now. Pretty good. Not too shabby, but then we'll move on actually comparing accessories. So of course we have our dirt block that came with our Enderman. But then moving on to a different video game. And I question what that one is. Of course, it's the question block from these Super Mario Bros. Movie figures. Honestly, perfect and pretty cool to actually kind of see these in the same kind of world together. So that would actually be kind of cool as a little thing to see. So pretty neat. I think we'll put question block there. Honestly, it'll be back there in the shadows. Cool. And then with another kind of accessory, kind of with something that's a little bit more unique. It's like, but isn't necessarily kind of, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, like something that's like an extra little thing here. So of course we have the enchantment table. Well, we can also do, okay, well, we'll do with the blue shell. Well, piece there, like, of course it's not really the same kind of thing, but this is more like a weapon, I guess you could call it. So be more better, I think, more with the enchanted diamond sword, but really cool. It's like, of course, and this is also from the movie figures, but I think this is like perfect, like for the video game version. I love it so much. It's really cool. I wish it came with a stand, but I have plenty of stands to use it with anyways. So it's on the shelf, and this thing is still kind of cool. So then I think we'll put that back there, but then now we'll finally move on to a few of our Super Mario Bros. Figures. Of course, gotta do the Mario Brothers. Of course, Mario and Luigi. Of course, these are the movie figures too, also done by Jack Specific, who also did the the Sonic figures. But this is when they were like really into like the eyes kind of following you, kind of thing with the eyes. Like they kind of took that away. It's like, but with with the Sonic figures, it's like they still have like the same kind of like the eye implement where it's kind of like embedded. It's like, but with a plastic, kind of housing around it. It's like where it's like printed in there, like on a piece, like on a piece of plastic or something. But it's like, but those eyes is like, but they just look forward. It's like, oh wow, these eyes like fully like they follow you because they're like shaped more specifically to work that way. But still, like pretty cool. I'm trying to get Mario's eyes because his eyes reflect a lot of light, but not too bad. It's like, but but with Luigi, it's not too bad, but still pretty good. And also, more video game characters, and they look perfect together. Also in Smash Bros. As well. I'm gonna keep mentioning Smash Bros. Because that's where all these guys are now in my head, but they all have their individual games and styles. And and size wise, I think they actually work pretty well. It's like I think Mario is perfect for that. Sonic, I think that works. It makes sense. And then especially with Ryu, like the more realistic kind of characters, it's like they are kind of like I think perfectly where they need to be when it comes to these kind of figures. I think that they kind of represent like the sizes that they should be, especially in this 6-inch kind of scale. And this is a more collector friendly line with these Minecraft figures. Well, we're gonna get our last Mario figures out. Of course, had to bring in Princess Peach, but then going on to the more villain side, but but not our main villain. We're just going with Kamek. The Magic Koopa, if you will. So I know it's like we're not going to get the Bowser out because he's just big. I don't want to bring him out, but here we have our little devious little villain, kind of magic guy. And he also, he teleports and vanishes around and does like magic, weird stuff. With articles and all that. But then you also have your Princess Peach, which is like your female kind of human characters. That eyes still, like they still kind of follow, but they're not as bad as it is. Still kind of weird though, but still pretty neat. And, you know, completely different styles, but I think that they look pretty well. Get Peach there. We'll get Kamek. We'll get actually Peach. Peach will have to go in like the very back, I think. Oh, Kamek's back here. Mario and Luigi. Out there, Mario is getting covered up, but you know what? I'm not complaining too much. And Kamek is getting over there. And we're going to move Sonic and Shadow over there. They're going to be like that. They look actually pretty decent, but it's all about these guys. It's all about these moves. Yeah. So for our last bit of comparisons of other video game figures, we have the Hasbro Fortnite Astronauts. So where I do have a few of some Fortnite figures. I kind of actually forgot about a few until I went looking just in case, and I was like, oh yeah, I do have these. But yeah, but pretty alright figures. Yeah, I think I like the guy more. It's like I think that he's just done better. It's like she can barely even like stand half the time, and her kind of setup is kind of weird. But I do like the accessories with the more specific, yeah, like the pickaxe there, and where it's like a moon kind of stone thing, and then you have you know, the regular like the rifle there as well. See what I mean? And then also, yeah, their helmets do come off to reveal their faces. And hers always falls off too because she can't handle the weight of her own body mass, which is weird. Like, why do you make a figure that literally can't support itself? Why, bro? And also can't keep the helmet on because it's all warped as well. So it kind of gaps up. And whenever I touch it, it wants to push forward. And I'm like, go back. Just stand up straight. And he's like, I will not. Like, why do you do this to me? But this guy's still kind of cool because he just stands there. He doesn't do anything. Yeah, but very different styles. But, you know, works all right. They're just video game people. Oh god. Front. I do like her design technically a little bit more, but just figure wise. The gosh is more consistent. And then our last comparisons are probably our craziest video game comparisons. Also staying with Fortnite. We have, oh, and this might even, I think this is not a Hasbro. I think this is a, what is this? I think this is a Jazzwares, I think it is a Jazzware, or even like, yeah. I think it's Jazzwares, but this is the, yeah, the, yeah, kind of like the robot mech cat thing. Yeah, that I had on my shelf just for a while because I thought it was just cool. I love this little, yeah, like I just found it like so funny to have this little like this kitten up here. It's like who's driving, yeah, this giant like this killer kind of robot, oped kind of thing. So like it's just really cool and has like buzzsaw things there. So just really unique design there and just really fun. Very much of a video game type character. But I think that was a Jazzwares because that's not Hasbro. I know that's not Hasbro. I'm pretty sure. Because then I think this one is also Hasbro though. Where this was their shark figure here. A little better, I guess, there. Where he has that more kind of cartoonish kind of detail. There has the one big fin with the little like the, I guess, kind of like rope or line there, and he does open his mouth and you can't see all the accessories that he kind of stores in there that I keep in there. So pretty neat. But I kind of just keep him like that. And it's like, and he's just been in storage for a bit. But he's pretty cool and he's a good size. A pretty decent size. Is like he would maybe eat a child or something. I don't know. But still, really, really neat. Pretty cool. But yeah. I think that's really it. I guess if we wanted to, I don't know if there's any other like major comparisons I could do. I guess if you want to see like a regular, like a Marvel Legends kind of scale figure, but we have like the Jada toys, so that should give you a good scale on these figures, and I think that they work perfectly. I think I will do I guess we're gonna do have, okay. Technically, it's like, okay, so it is a video game. Spider-Man, at least. We're gonna get out the PlayStation Insomniac Spider-Man. The first one from the Marvel Legends, so you can kind of see how they scale up against each other. I think it's pretty perfectly. I don't think you're really gonna have any problem if you wanna specifically have a 6-inch scale kind of Minecraft figures. I think that these are perfect for it. I think that they looked the best, and yeah, and they look great and have a fair amount of accessories, but you know, there could always be more, and this is all falling over because but in any case, because but these figures are really, really fun. I do kind of wish that they would have come with a couple more kind of accessories, maybe like one or two more unique ones. But in any case, these are a great set of figures, a lot of fun. We haven't done too many crazy Minecraft movie references besides at the start, but you know. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. You know, I am Steve. I am Steve. Steve. I Steve. I Steve. It's him. It's Steve. He's here. He's in my hands. He's like, hello. I'm Steve. I'm Steve. I don't know if his arms even come out. I don't think they really do at all, and you can't really switch the heads out. I guess if you wanted to, you maybe could, but I'm not worried. But in any case, love these figures. They're really cool. Nice amount of accessories. Lots of options. Lots of different ways to do it. It's like the only real thing I guess I would have liked is like, of course, yeah, like an Ender Pearl, yeah, with this guy. But if I changed anything of the set that we have now, I probably wouldn't change a thing. I think that this is a perfect kind of little set that makes sense for the Enderman. But when it comes to Steve, yeah, the enchantment book is perfect. I like the lapis. It makes sense with this. It's like it's definitely like a perfect little piece to go with that to kind of complete that. The enchanted, yeah, the diamond sword is really nice. It's always great to have a diamond sword accessory. I just kind of wish that they would have done the style just yeah, just a little bit more different. Like this feels actually kind of more like the actual movie in some case instead of like the actual like the game. I wish that this was more closer to the game design, but I'll probably have to look at it again just to get a better glimpse at it. But I just feel like the shine just isn't like as accurate to what we see in the game. But I think that the way that they execute it and the way that it actually turns out and looks overall is like as perfect as they could get it. I think it looks amazing though. So really cool. It's like if anything I would change with this, of course I would say yeah, change the sword to just be like either be like a yeah, kind of like a more game kind of like accurate yeah, enchanted sword. Like it's like you don't really need like the crazy like the shininess on this. I think you just have to have like good kind of like paint detail to make this look good. It's like even if you want to keep it as diecast, because they have done a basic yeah yeah, like an iron sword. I don't know if it had that same kind of like a lineless look with this, like because this doesn't have any yeah kind of like lining or anything on it. Yeah, yeah, kind of like in the game with the swords and the weapons and stuff. But if I would change anything or want anything more, I don't know. Maybe, of course, I would prefer like getting like one of the other Steves that has like the full armor and has the regular like swords, or even like the full like the diamond where he has a sword and a pickaxe with that. Like that would have been nice to get. But in any case, I'm trying to think of what I would change with the Steve. I think that this one's actually pretty close to perfect too. It's like I just prefer like other Steves, but like I just think about all the other sets that they have and they're like perfectly done. So I don't think you can ask for anything more yeah than what they come with. I think they're executed really, really well. I'm so glad that I was able to pick these up. And I hope y'all who have been hanging around, I haven't really had a lot of people. I don't know if that's because of what's going on with my live stream or not. I don't know. It's just being weird. But in any case, I think I'm going to call this good. I don't think we have very much else to really look at. I guess I can really bring all my other characters in even more to kind of fill up this front void characters, because we can get in all of our Street Fighter dudes. Mario and Luigi and Peach, Namek, Namek, I guess his name is. Okay, so that can't work. Ryu, okay, we're gonna get Chun. Okay, so Chun Li, get over here because we want her to be seen. I'll see him over there. We kind of want to fill this out. Well, we can even do, okay, we're gonna do, we do this? Are we gonna be able to make this work? I don't know if we will. These are just always pain. These Fortnite figures just, yeah, they're never perfect for like standing. Yeah, kind of just by themselves. It's just kind of like, yeah, once you touch them, it's like you're kind of done with them. But I think we want, okay, we want to do set up the way we, okay, get you back here, get Sonic over here. Even a little bit more to the Enderman of everything. Go closer. Here's our Sonic. This back again. Get Bruce back. I know he's not the Jaws, but it's the thing. It's the thing that we're doing. And then we'll do weird cat thing from Fortnite. I don't even, okay. He can't even like fit in there. Get our Fortnite figures over there. They don't really fill out anything. Oh, bro. This isn't the best setup I have. But For right now, it's just working. We just want a decent look. How do I want to do this? I'm not being stupid. Okay. There. Enderman a little closer. There he is. That's all right there. There. How about we get Fortnite guys and gal? There, we'll put the shark just right back here in the middle space. Or we just get, okay. Get the cat back there because he fills up a lot of space. There we go. Then we get these guys. Fill in the front here. There we go. Not perfect, but even closer. But yeah, there is our video game figures, our full kind of run through of these 2 diamond level Minecraft Mattel Steve and Enderman figures. Really, really cool. As I've been saying, I think done as close to perfect as they can get. Bar yeah, a couple like little things, but more kind of like my style and my kind of like my personal yeah, my preferences compared to probably what the general is. But these are really well done, super well made, a lot of fun. Kind of want to maybe see if I want to get more. Probably only really on clearance if I would ever get these again, because they're not really a big priority, but they're nice. I like the style, and I think they came out well. So, but yeah, hope y'all have enjoyed the stream, and hope y'all enjoy the VOD for those who support later on. Thank you for all the recent support. The last stream actually did pretty well. It got like over 100 views, like 6 likes. So like, thank y'all for the support on that, because that was just like last week was like just the scrolls. So you know, a little bit of a big thing there, but this was even technically bigger, but we just had less comparison, so it made it a little bit more bearable. Excuse me, my mic is all screwing up. But in any case, thank y'all again for all the support. Be sure to check out the Instagram, as always. Got photos, got videos. Once in a while, once I'm able, hopefully I'll be getting something out soon, because I have taken a couple pictures, just haven't been able to post and really put the time for it and kind of time it up, but we'll see in due time. So yeah, hope y'all enjoy. Be sure, you know, to like, subscribe, comment what you want to see on the channel, what figures, what stuff, yeah, what kind of content do you want to see here on the channel. I always appreciate any support and feedback on yeah, on anything I'm doing anyway. So yeah, y'all have a good one. Hope you have enjoyed. Remember, I am Steve, Flint and Steel, Chicken Jockey, la 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 lava, chicken. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just having fun. I love these Minecraft figures. Hope y'all have enjoyed. Have a good one. Sleep good. Do well. Be you. Be cool. And I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.